In a forgotten village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a boy named Arin. From the moment he was born, Arin was different. His voice was barely a whisper, so faint that even his mother struggled to hear him. Doctors in the city said he had a rare vocal cord defect and might never speak above a murmur. Most children his age laughed and played freely, but Arin lived in silence, watching from a distance, always listening. School was brutal. Children mimicked his whispers, teachers pitied him, and even his few friends slowly drifted away. Communication became a battlefield. Whenever he raised his hand to answer a question, his voice would get lost in the wind. But Arin loved stories, especially the ones told by his grandmother, who was blind but had a voice so rich and powerful, it painted pictures in his mind. She told him once, "The loudest voices aren't the ones that shout, they're the ones that refuse to stay silent." Those words became his guiding light. At 15, he stumbled upon an old abandoned theater near the edge of the village. Its walls were cracked, its stage dusty, and the chairs rotting. But something about it felt sacred, like it held forgotten dreams. Every evening, Arin would sneak in, stand center stage and rehearse, not with his voice, but with his body, his expressions, his hands, his movements. He discovered mime, a way to speak without speaking. He read books, watched videos on borrowed devices, and taught himself how to perform silently yet powerfully. At 17, the village hosted its first ever talent night. Most laughed when Arin signed up. "What will he do? Whisper us to sleep," they joked. But when his name was called, Arin stepped onto the stage with a painted face and a white outfit. The spotlight hit him, and for the first time, silence was his ally. He performed a 10-minute mime about a bird trapped in a cage, yearning for flight. He mimicked the struggle, the hope, the despair, and finally the escape. Not a single word was spoken, but by the time the act ended, the entire hall stood in stunned silence. Then came the tears and the applause. Arin had touched something deeper than words. He had spoken to their souls. That night changed everything. People began to see him, not as the boy who couldn't speak, but as the boy who spoke differently. He was invited to perform in nearby towns. Videos of his mime acts went viral online. He went on to study performing arts, eventually creating a foundation for children with speech impairments, teaching them to express themselves through movement and art. Years later, when Arin was asked to deliver the keynote at an international conference, he stepped up to the podium. The hall quieted in anticipation. He looked over the sea of faces, took a deep breath, and said, his voice still soft but unwavering, "Your limitations do not define you. Your determination does." He received a standing ovation, not just for what he said, but for the story he lived.